What is up? Welcome in to the Early Edge. This is your host, Allan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. I don't know who was doubling up on the music there, but you know what? All right, it's been that kind of morning. We've had tech issues all over the damn board, but you know what? We're not going to let that affect us at all. Let's take a look at how we did yesterday. And you know what? Pretty damn even. And Xavier, all right, what are you doing? The game was over. You won. It was done. You had to do nothing but stand there, and you couldn't even do that. You idiots. You drove me crazy. Yes, you, Xavier. I'm talking to you. That was the dumbest way to end a game of all time. Oh, drove me crazy. All right, enough of that. You know what? We're hitting the transition button, bringing everybody in. We're going to be cool. Gentlemen, how we doing? Cohen, talk to me, man.
I mean, listen, AB, I'm still on a non-alcoholic bender from the last few days. We had Phoenix Open Thursday, then a concert, then Phoenix Open Friday and a concert. Tonight I'm laying low, and then tomorrow's all day out at the Super Bowl. This is an all-timer of a weekend for me.
Yeah, you know, I'm about to make it an all-time weekend for anybody with Xavier because, dude, take those jerseys off.
That's my guy, Sean Miller. That's my guy, Sean Miller, coaching Xavier. Yeah.
I don't know if you got Sean's number, but I'd like to have it right now because he's an idiot. All right, we're going to let that go. All right, Bobby Locks, how we doing, bro?
We're doing good, switching up the vibes. Got a hat on, got a jersey on today, trying to get out of this rut.
Stand up a little bit. So we got the Grizz.
Vancouver.
Yeah, the Mike Bibby.
Bibby, Vancouver Grizzlies.
Yeah, look at Bibbs, bro. I like it, dude. I like it. Micah, how we doing, sir?
Doing great, man. A lot of games today. Real excited about that and get down and get a streak started here.
Hey, you know what? I like it, man. I like it indeed. And the speculator, my boy, how we doing?
We're doing great. Looking forward to this Super Bowl. Unfortunately, my Niners are not in there, so don't really have a preference on which way it goes. Just hoping for a good game and to cash some bets.
There we go, man. You know what? And I hate it for you that they're not in there. And I'll tell you what, everyone, make sure Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, the Super Bowl 57 live kickoff show. Be there. If you're looking for anything, everything bets, look in your feeds right now. We have 2 previews for the Super Bowl. Prop bets all over the board. We also have the prop shop via Twitter Spaces that you can go to right now. We recorded it. It's live, ready to go. In your feeds, just go to @SportsLine on Twitter, and you will see it there. All right, now, EC, you spoke about the golf tournament, all right?
Yeah.
We saw a streaker. I kind of thought it was you at first, but it wasn't you. How's it going, man? Give us an update. What's it look like?
Yeah, AB, I don't have that kind of hair. I mean, the streaker had like a full mullet going. I couldn't grow that in a million years. It was a great time out there. I was out there general admission on Thursday, and it was partially crazy. Friday was indescribable. Today, I don't think I'm going to go. It's going to be beyond your wildest imagination. Seriously, beyond your wildest imagination. You don't know what we're going to see. The golf tournament itself is exactly like I thought it would be. The cream rises to the top. You got John Rahm, who's in second. Scotty Scheffler, who won last year, is in first. Big names. I think Xander Schauffele. That was one of my picks that I made on the early wedge the other day. I think he's going to make a run at it. He's only 3 back right now with a few holes to play this morning. Going to be a wild tournament. But this one, guys, if you've never been to this has to be a sports bucket list item if you like a big party.
Yeah. You know what? I do like a big party. It seems like it's been awesome. Like, it's awesome every year. I've never been there, but it seems great.
And by the way, AB, they are building a DraftKings sportsbook right at the entrance of where the Phoenix Open is. So in future years, it's going to be even crazier because you're going to have a sportsbook where you can walk in, place a physical bet, and then walk right in. It's wild.
Yeah. Dude, it's fantastic. It sounds awesome. Like, it's a bucket list for me. I got to get out there. Micah, you're over there too, right? Like, you been to this thing before?
Yeah, it's wild. It's crazy. I stay away from that.
Micah, come on. I mean,
this is bet right there.
Micah, this is, I mean, smart people stay away. But when you're me and you're like, I bet on enough golf, I got to get out there and check it out, right?
No, I got the tunes, I got the R&B, I got the beer, I got the drinks. I don't need to go anywhere. You guys have fun with all that stuff there. I got it on TV. I can change the channels. I got a couple TVs back to back. I can watch anything. But yeah, that going out stuff, that's for the birds, man. That's like Man, I'm too old for that stuff.
Dude, I'm going over to Micah's house, dude. You just listed out that inventory list right there? Yeah.
AB, is that a Huggy that you're drinking?
It is.
Oh my God, what a throwback!
Oh, dude, throwbacks indeed. I'll tell you what, bro. Got you one too, man. Here you go. All right, let's get into our best bets for today. Let's take a quick
That's
break.
incredible. I haven't seen them in like 5 years.
Yeah, dude, they're coming back. We're bringing them back, bro. We're bringing it back. Let's hear from one of our partners. And we are back. All right, now let's get into our best bets for today. I did want to mention real quick, anyone betting on the Super Bowl tomorrow, do not wait 15 minutes before kickoff to start placing 20 bets. This is going to be, for every sports book and every app, the most overloaded traffic period that they'll have all year. I wouldn't be surprised if books have issues in terms of going down, coming back up. Everyone on the planet is going to be betting through these apps. Do not. Now, if you're waiting for a specific bet, like for a line, I get it. Do your thing. But do not wait to place 25 bets 10 minutes before kickoff, because you will be highly disappointed. Micah, you've been around the Super Bowl forever, man. Like, any thoughts? Like, what are your thoughts on betting that day?
Definitely get in early, because the traffic and the amount of wagers coming through the systems, at least the old systems that I worked with, it's just too much traffic. And you always, I don't want to say always, but I want to say, usually every Super Bowl, at least once, there's a system outage. And so you're waiting, and you got the people, and you're like, oh my God, are we going to get up? They're going to get their bets in. And it's the most, as a book operator and someone in charge and somebody getting yelled at, that is the most tragic situation you can ever have in that moment, because this is what you're there for. You're there for the biggest game, and then your software can't handle it. It's terrifying. So it's a horrible thing. Be nice to your ticket writers and tip them. But get your bets in early. Do not be that guy that waits till the last minute to get your bet in, and then you don't get it in because of a system outage.
Micah, were you, as a bookmaker in person, were you always dreading Super Bowl Sunday? Like, oh my gosh, here we go, amateur hour again.
Is that my absolute favorite, other than the system outage? Absolute favorite, because you get the novices in and you get to teach them and tell them. And they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I just want to bet the Eagles. And you're like, okay, let me show you what the point spread and whatever. And then you get them and you educate them, and it takes like a minute. And you get them guided in, you tell them how to bet and what to do. And they come up, and when they say, give me a 301 for $55, right? That's good. Yeah, perfect. And I love that. I love that moment where you can teach somebody how to bet, and it doesn't take long. And that was the biggest thrill. So you get the novices in from around the country. It was, definite thrill. The Super Bowl, my absolute favorite. New Year's Day used to be when they had bowl games. Now they don't. I don't know what's going on with college football, but Super Bowl, definitely. March Madness, the first 2 days of March Madness, those were too good too. But that's part of it. But most of those players, people are educated in how to bet and know how to bet the March Madness. But the Super Bowl is where you get lots of novices, and I don't know how to explain it. It felt good. It felt good, like you did something important to help somebody.
Dude, I love it. I'm telling you, Micah, I can listen to these stories all day long. I know, one day you were talking about some of the La Cosa Nostra types that would come in there, and they'd hit the phone banks. Oh my goodness, man. Dude, I think you have the best stories of anyone in terms of sports betting like that. I'll tell you what, Micah, let's start with you, man. You got two plays here. All right, one for the Super Bowl, one college basketball. I'll throw it to you, my man. What you got?
Yeah, we're gonna start off. I'm going with the Eagles, and this is basically week 10. I'm like, this team's got it. They got it going on. This is when and it's like you've seen it with all the champions over the years. A certain team's going to win. The Super Bowl's been very competitive recently, but the Eagles have the it factor, and they just have it. And what I saw in the two playoff games is they didn't even throw the ball. They just ran the ball, and they were that good and won. It wasn't a dominating performance, but when you look at the score, you're like, damn, what just happened? And that's the thing with the Eagles here. So the running game, I think they're going to go, and I think you're going to have A.J. Brown. He's going to have a good game. He's been quiet for the last 6 weeks, really. And I think that connection is going to happen. I think the defense, that's what kind of sold me. The defense, the rush attack, and Reddick, and 70 sacks in the regular season, leading the NFL. That is, Mahomes is going to have his hands full, I think, on that one. And, it's hard to bet against Mahomes. I mean, when they lose, it's 3 points. I mean, it's not going to be a blowout, but I just think the Eagles have that it factor. They're the team. They crown them, their chance. They're the team. They're the team that dominated the regular season. They're the team that dominated the playoffs, even though they didn't play their full effect. I think the Eagles have what it takes to win here. And then in the basketball, I'm going to go Eastern Washington, Big Sky. I really love what they've done. They're 12-0 in conference play. They've won 14 straight, I believe, and over their last 6, just crushing teams in the Big Sky. And I think they're going to do that here against Idaho. 1-4 of their last 5. They are 9-16, and they allow 47% shooting. And this is going to be great for Eastern Washington. They're a team that hits all their shots, 49% shooting, allow 41% shooting. Just a really polished team in the second year. And another team, transfer portal. This is how you win. This is how you get the guys. And Eastern Washington has done an amazing job. Second year for Coach Riley. And that's where you win college basketball. You can change your outlook for years to come just by doing well in this transfer portal. And this is what Eastern Washington does. This team is so good. They're going to beat somebody in the NCAA tournament if they get there. If they win the tournament, the Big Sky, they're going to beat somebody. And you got a lot of these teams, you see them coming around and you're like, man, this team just is on it. And this team is on it. So they're going to win by a double digits tonight.
There we go. I like it. Dude, Big Sky country, my man.
Big Sky, baby.
Yeah, I love it. All right. I tell you what. Speaking of Big Sky, got the Mike Bibbs on. Swole Mike Bibbs. Look, the Big Sky, that made no joke. That made no sense whatsoever. That joke was terrible. But I wanted to transition somehow. You got one play, Big Ten. There we go. What you got, Bobby Locks? Talk to us, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Indiana at Michigan. Both teams playing very well. I like Michigan in this one. Michigan laying 2. I see some 2.5s out there. I got it at -2. I think that's on BetRivers and DraftKings. Michigan has been playing very well since Jet Howard has been healthy. I see conflicting reports that Xavier Johnson might play for Indiana. I don't think he's going to with that foot ailment. He should be out till late February. So I don't think he's going to go. So with that being said, I think that Michigan is in a really good spot right here. Their defense has been playing very well at home, holding opponents to 64 points. I think that their offense is also rolling. They've been averaging like 79 points. They've been hitting 80. I think last game, I know that was against Nebraska, but the offense is still rolling with Jet Howard back. They're shooting 42% from beyond the arc. And I think this is a good spot for them to take down one of the top 20 teams in the nation. I like Michigan here at home, -2.
All right. I'll tell you what, man. You know what? Like, that's my favorite play of to date. Like, I love it, right? Like, I think you're solid on it. So here's what we're going to do. Let's have some fun with this one. All right. If this pick hits, we're going to give away 1 early edge merch pack. If it doesn't hit, we're going to give away 2 early edge merch packs. So in the chat right now, type in #BobbyHeads right there. I wanted to say that one. All right. #BobbyHeads. All right. Or Lockheads, whichever way you want to go. Bergheads. Any of them are going to be fine. Just type a hashtag. Just have fun with it, right? Put it in the chat right now. And
#Huggies.
Yeah, there you go. Right? There you go. So, yeah, if it hits, we'll give away 1. If it doesn't, we'll give away 2. I'll find you. I'll hit you up tonight after the game. And, yeah, we'll do that. All right. So, got 2 plays left. EC, I want you to bring it to us here. I want Specs in the maestro spot bringing us home. So, EC, the floor is yours, bro. What you got?
All right, AB. We're going to start with a couple of Moneyline parlays in college basketball. We had some good luck on Wednesday, hit 2 of them. I gave out one just for fun on Thursday on Twitter, and that one hit. So we got a little streak going, so let's see if we can keep it going. We have the early Moneyline parlay. This is a 4-teamer, and I don't usually love 4-teamers, but I feel like pretty good about this one. Texas, Maryland, Kentucky, Marquette, +157. Why are we doing that? Texas played 4 top 11 teams in a row, coming off a loss against Kansas. They won earlier in the season against 8 in this matchup against West Virginia. I like them a lot at home. Maryland, they're playing Penn State. Penn State 3-7 in their last 10. Maryland 12-1 at home, only lost to a really good UCLA team. Don't see them losing today. Kentucky's on the road at Georgia. They've won 6 of 8. They might be on the bubble. They can't really afford to lose this game. And Georgia stinks. They've lost 6 of 7, so we'll fade them. And then Marquette is a big favorite on the road at Georgetown. Patrick Ewing's team is 1-13 in Big East play. Can't possibly pick them against Shaka Smart's team. So there's our 4-teamer at plus 157. Then we're going to go to a trio of ranked teams later in the day. Virginia, Iowa State, and my beloved Arizona Wildcats at plus 142. Virginia, they've lost 1 game at home all season. It's to Houston, who, as we know, is an elite team. And Duke, every time they're on the road, I'm going to fade them. They lost to Miami the other night when I had that. They're 2-5 on the road, so we like Virginia here. Iowa State is playing Oklahoma State at home. Iowa State undefeated at home, terrible on the road. We'll fade them on the road, play them at home. Oklahoma State beat them by 2 in January. Oklahoma State's playing pretty well. They've won 6 of 7, but they play 5 ranked teams in their next 6, so look for the bottom to fall out there. And my Wildcats on the road at Stanford. It's a comfortable 9-point spread, but we'll just play the money line here. They've won 7 in a row, and they won by 28 last year at Maples Pavilion up there near Speculator in the Bay Area. Now, on to the Super Bowl. We got 3 plays in the Super Bowl. My favorite prop that I found here, the combined jersey numbers of all touchdown scorers, under 160.5. So here's my thing on this. You look at the Eagles skill position players, Devontae Smith is number 6. A.J. Brown is number 11. Miles Sanders, 26. Jalen Hurts, number 1. The guys you have to worry about in this, Travis Kelce at 87, Dallas Goedert at 88, and maybe the occasional defensive guy. But I think if the tight ends don't score, I feel pretty good about hitting this. Other than maybe a Justin Watson bomb. But if Kadarius Toney scores, what is he, number 19? Sky Moore, 24. Feel really good about this one. The player that I really like the most is Devontae Smith. I bet everything. I mean, across the board, yards, MVP, and all that. But I'm giving out touchdown here at plus 145. I just feel like this is going to be a monster game for Devontae Smith. Kansas City uses 2 high safeties at the highest rate in the NFL. The Eagles played 4 games against 2 high safeties, 40% plus more of the time. And Smith had at least 80 yards in every game and 100 yards in 3 of those 4. So he hasn't received fewer than 8 targets since week 9. So I feel like Devontae is going to blow up, and I think that will include a touchdown. And with that, if I'm picking Devontae Smith, everything that Micah said earlier about the Eagles, sign me up. So Eagles minus 1.5, giving that one out. I just think they're the better team. And sorry, speculator, but their defense against the 49ers sold me. I'm rolling with the Eagles tomorrow at the Super Bowl.
There we go. All right, there's a question in the chat. What happens if Kelce scores twice? Does that only count once?
No, we lose.
Okay, so it's each touchdown.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
If he scores twice, that bet's dead. We're gonna hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope he doesn't score once.
Yeah. I mean, I like that bet a lot, to be honest with you. You just got to keep Kelce at 1.
I bet 0. Zero's good. Him and Goddard, they can't score. That's it. No tight end touchdowns. I feel like we hit this. That's the key.
Yeah. So yeah.
I got one question for EC.
Yeah.
EC, since everyone's asking, do you have any idea what Rihanna's first song is? Since you've been in party mode at the Waste Management.
I'm going to tell you this, Bob. If I could get up and walk around the concourse tomorrow night when Rihanna's playing, I have no interest in watching this concert. I'm not a Rihanna fan. Sorry, it's not my genre of music here. I'm sure it'll be a nice spectacle, but I probably can only name one song, and it's that Umbrella one. So there you go. Just play Umbrella. Play that as the.
Okay, there you go.
Umbrella.
That's actually not a bad bet.
I mean,
that could be it. How about a round of applause? All right, nobody wants to hear me sing. All right, speculator. You know what? Bring us home, bro. You got multiple plays. Want to see it. And you got a fun one for the Super Bowl. Hit us up.
Yeah, I told everyone earlier in the week we're gonna give the Super Bowl stuff out today. Not an official play, but telling you what our SportsLine AI is projecting. We have the Chiefs by 0.3 points, 25.1 to 24.8. And so we're slightly on the under, slightly, I guess, if you're going to have to pick a spread going on the Chiefs side. I really think this game is anybody's to win. I know the defense for the Eagles are good, but it's hard to bet against Mahomes. So I kind of like where the model's going at with that. But with all that, we got a couple plays. First one, I'm going to go roll through these real fast in typical in-5 fashion. We're going Hurts rushing attempts under 10.5 at -115. Our SportsLine AI is projecting 8.5 rushing attempts for him. He's averaged 11 this season over the 15 games that he played, but the Chiefs' strategy should be to make him a pure passer in this game. If that is their strategy, I like him to hit the under. And then going on the other side, Mahomes under 4.5 attempts. This is at -150, so a little juicy, but we project 3.6 rushing attempts in the 19 games that he played. He only went over 4.5 rushing attempts 3 out of those 19. The only worry I would have about this is that if the Eagles defensive line does do as well as they normally do, he's going to have to step up, and hopefully he just throws it to Travis Kelce when he steps up in the pocket instead of running that ball. Last one for the player props. We're going Juju Smith-Schuster over 35.5 receiving yards at -120. We're projecting 44 receiving yards. And in the regular season, Juju did a lot better than people think he did. He averaged 58 yards a game and went over this current line 9 out of his 16 games. He hasn't been used often, but if I'm the Eagles in this, I will let anybody have the ball except for Travis Kelce. And so I'm either on Juju or Tooney on this. And for this one, I'm going to go with Juju's over receiving yards. And then because it's the Super Bowl, had to throw one fun prop bet in there, and that is opening kickoff as a touchback no at +130. +130 is 43.5%. Jake Elliott, the Eagles kicker, has a touchback rate of 63.3% in his career. Butker has a touchback rate of 64.7% in his career. So 43% is looking pretty good. But then it looked real great when you noticed 7 out of the last 8 Super Bowls, the opening kick has been returned. That's 87% right there. You just get into the game, no matter how deep that is in the end zone. You just want to run that kick back and get all those jitters out. I like this for something fun. Plus, people love to bet the coin toss because it's over quick. What about the first play of the game? You'll be done knowing whether you hit this or not.
Dude, I like it. And I'll tell you what, you're 1,000,000% correct. If I'm standing back there in the end zone and it's 109, it's coming out.
Yeah.
Like, dude, yeah, it's coming out, right? Like, I might not ever have this opportunity ever again. Now, I've got to say one thing, or a couple things before we get to our recap our best bets. Our man Josh, if you're looking for a donkey, but under American Holy Cross, under 132.5. Dude, Josh has been drilling these. Drilled it last night on that rider, boy. Nice work on that one. Also, everyone in the chat, EC, is asking, do you have a date tonight?
I do not tonight, so I can't guarantee the authenticity of these plays as date night plays like Wednesday, but hey, on to the next.
Okay, all right. Well, just so anybody knows, if you're new, we've found a trend that EC is lights out on his picks when he has a date that night. He's 78.5% right now on his picks on the show. Yeah. So basically, like, dude, I'm trying to get you every dating app on your phone.
Please.
Like, yeah. We need as many as possible.
Can we get SportsLine to pay for all of them for me? Maybe
I'll work on that. You're going to have to go through Speculator and Micah on that one.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
Mike,
Fair enough. All
yeah. Right. You're going to have to get Micah to approve it, and we'll see. But if you're hitting those picks, look, Micah's all for the money. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's take a little recap here. Does look glorious. Speculators on Jalen Hurts rushing attempts under 10.5. Patrick Mahomes rushing attempts under 4.5. Juju Smith-Schuster over 35.5 receiving yards. Opening kickoff for a touchback, no at +130. Our man Micah Roberts is on the Eagles -1.5. Eastern Washington -7. Bobby Locks is on a Michigan -2, and EC is on the Eagles -1.5. Devontae Smith anytime touchdown +145. Combined jersey number of all touchdowns under 160.5. We have a 3-leg Moneyline parlay at +142. Virginia, Iowa State, and Arizona. And we also have a 4-leg Moneyline parlay at +157 of Texas, Maryland, Kentucky, and Marquette. Like we said, Sunday, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Be there, the live kickoff show for Super Bowl 57. We are going to be breaking down all best bets, props, spreads, total sides. I mean, you name it. We have legitimately 70 picks that we're going to be throwing out there from everyone. So make sure to pay attention to that. But fellas, beyond that, well done today. All right. So everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.